if I traded it all.
Welcome back, everyone. Another newbie I have with me, Candia Weaver, and she is the owner of the law office of Candia Weaver. And my guest is sitting here with me, and she's wearing green rubber bands on her braces, which I absolutely love because it's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, and I completely forgot about that because it was a funky day today. And happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there as well, and be safe. That I should say that. So, welcome to the show. You got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, my name is Candia Weaver, and I am an immigration attorney. I've been an immigration attorney I've been barred since 2014. I practice primarily, exclusively immigration law. I do family immigration and removal defense.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. Is a little bit of a big conversation lately these days. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, definitely.
So let's talk about that and what that means. You know, the areas of practice that they're each individual. So I'll let you go ahead and discuss that because it's very interesting as well.
Okay, so with family immigration, it's focused mainly on reuniting families or keeping families together. So if you're in the United States and you would like to bring someone from overseas, perhaps you met someone in Brazil or China or anywhere in the world.
I'll call you.
Yeah, you want to bring them into the United States. You can do it prior to being married or after you are married. So you can do a fiancé visa. Have you seen those shows on like TLC?
I have.
90.
I always wondered about that. Go ahead. That's interesting. Fiancé. I can't wait. Go ahead.
You can bring someone in after their fiancé visa is approved. You get married in 90 days. You have 90 days to get married and then file for an immigration benefit, which is legal permanent residence in the United States. I also help people who have immigrated to the United States and have left their spouse or their children behind and later want to bring their kids or their family members to the United States to join them.
Okay, well, it's super, superly neat. It is different. And the people that would call you, they would call you direct at 602-888-6182. The website is C. Weaver, so it's the letter C is cat, cweaverlaw.com. So obviously you have to have a consultation with them. How does it work? What's it start off with?
Usually I try to find out why they're calling in. So it could vary. They'll say, I have an immigration question. They just have general questions about immigration. Where can they find that information? Or they specifically want to bring someone to the United States and they're unsure about how to do that. Or in some cases, they're actively being removed from the United States and want to have help to remain in the United States. So depending on what they're calling for, I will direct my questions. Consultations are 30 minutes and they're free. I can do consultations over the phone or we can do them in person.
So, and there's a lot of reasons to use an immigration lawyer. It's not just necessarily, let's say you want to stay here and be here legally, right?
Yeah.
But it's also, let's say you met somebody. I think that I've never even thought of it, but you have to have somebody to help you. And there's a lot of people that go out of state, out of the country, and meet somebody. It doesn't just happen on television. It does happen in real life.
It does happen. It happens every day.
It does, and that's where you come in. And again, she does free 30-minute consultations with everyone, and that number is 602-888-6182. It's cweaverlaw.com. So for you, what's the most, the area of immigration that you find the most needed?
For me, I think it's the family unity first, reuniting families, and then second is citizenship. We have a lot of immigrants in the United States who want to become citizens, and it's really neat to do. And every time I help a client become a citizen, I feel like I'm becoming a citizen. It's a really neat process, and a lot of Americans don't understand what is involved in becoming a citizen of the United States. What is involved?
Let's talk about that for a second, because there's a lot of people out there that would love to have this done, and maybe it's something that I don't know why they don't all do it. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
Well, there's a test involved, Carol.
Well, I mean, I think the Americans should take the test too sometimes, you know. We don't know half the stuff. Go ahead.
So basically, first, before you can become a citizen, you need to be a legal permanent resident, and you can get legal permanent residency through a qualifying family member or someone, employer, petitioning you to be a legal permanent resident. Depending on how long, the way that you become a legal permanent resident, if you do it through marriage to a U.S. citizen, you can apply for citizenship within 2 years and 9 months of having legal permanent residency. If you do it any other way, it's 4 years and 9 months, roughly. You apply for you're putting your application with USCIS, and then you have to get prepared for the test. The test involves a civics test, English language, and written English tests. So they'll ask you a question like, who's the president of the United States?
I'm out. Go ahead.
Who's the president of the United States? Or can you name two of the first original 13 colonies? Just general things. Who's the senator of Arizona? Stuff like that. You pass the civics test. They give you a question to write and also a question to read. And so it's a really, really simple process, but a lot of people are afraid because they may not speak English as well as they would like to or think that they need to, but I don't find that's the problem. Just study for the test, talk to a good immigration attorney, get yourself prepared, and citizenship is, at the front door. I do recommend that if you are a legal permanent resident, that you do pursue citizenship.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really neat thing to do, and I always, when I've seen people, they get sworn in, and it's really, they just
it's
are
a really
so
neat
proud.
process.
And the process takes how long, did you say?
Roughly right now, it's taken 6 months to a year.
So it's a long time.
It's
This
a
is why I asked that question.
It's a long
You have to
time.
get prepared. So it may, I mean, I don't know what, do you have a book that's a little study guide? Is that what it is?
USCIS provides a study guide. It has 100 questions. You really only need to get 6 right.
Oh, thank God.
They'll only ask you 10. So it's really neat, and they'll help you get prepared for everything that you need to know.
So again, this takes a long time, and the best thing to do is to call somebody like her. And she does a free 30 minutes consultation for everybody. That phone number to call her is 602-888-6182. Her website is cweaverlaw.com. And this is an important question too, because again, you never know their situation of what they're in. Where can someone find immigration information if they can't afford an attorney?
Well, they can always go to uscis.gov, which is the government website for affirmative applications for immigration. So you could get a green card application on there. You can get a citizenship application, various petitions. For non-immigrants who are looking to extend their stay, you can get a change of status application on there. So it has lots of really relevant information, up-to-date information, accurate information, because what we have now is there's a lot of misinformation going around about what's going on in immigration law. So
What's the misinformation? Let's explain it.
Well, there's so many things. DACA, for one. What is it? And why should I even care about it? How does it affect my life? So there are millions of immigrant individuals living in this country who were brought in as children, and they're here, and they need to be able to work, and they need to just live life as normal people do, as your citizens do, but without the benefits of citizenship. And DACA allows them to work in the United States, get a driver's license, but that's it. It doesn't give them any other benefits. And I feel like people think that the DACA students are out there just like taking jobs, living off of the government, and that's not the case. So there's lots of misinformation. So just try and go to an accurate source. USCIS is a good source to get accurate immigration information for free, and there's also a hotline that you can call. But there are a lot of immigration attorneys out there. Call your immigration attorney if you have an issue.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's also, I was just going to ask you what the difference, obviously, to me, they would say, then why shouldn't I just do it just online?
Because you may have a complex issue. Immigration is a very intricate area of the law. And if, for instance, every form that you filled out, if you misrepresent something on the form, that's you're lying to an immigration officer. So you have to make sure that there's nothing in your background that can adversely affect your application or hold it up when going through immigration. So it's best to use an immigration attorney that you trust or seek help. There are all kinds of clinics and free resources for people who can't afford immigration.
Well, you know what?
attorneys.
Here's the thing. She does free 30-minute consultations with everybody. And maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know that might need this. And so you can call her direct. And her number is 602-888-6182. And the website is cweaverlaw.com. Number one reason, tell them again why they should call you.
Free 30-minute consultation.
Absolutely.
Accurate advice.
And you know what also too here is there's so many people. There's people that want to come here. There's people that are here illegally. And you can be here and be legal. And also becoming it, it's really neat. It's really neat getting sworn in. It takes a long time, so you want to call her now. The number is 602-888-6182.
Thank you, Carol.